Welcome to part 4 of the playthrough of A Final Unity. So, we found ourselves en route to Phrygius, a star system that we were led to on information from a Ferengi. So, yeah, let's get that loading.
Warning, entering nebula.
Okay.
Entering Federation space.
Almost there. Well, we definitely were mid-warp. So, yeah, I wonder what we need to do here. Not too long.
Captain's log supplemental. The Enterprise has arrived at the Shono Isho Epsilon system, where according to Aramut's data, we expected to find the world where the followers settled. However, our sensors show no Class M planets in the system at all.
Helm, standard orbit.
Okay, let's see what people have got to say.
Data, is it possible there's something we missed?
I can attempt to enhance the scan matrix. That may increase our sensor resolution.
Make it so.
I don't think Aramut was lying to us about this location, Captain. I do sense life out there, but it's hard to be more specific at this distance.
If the followers are out there, how do you propose we locate them?
These are people who fled from persecution on Garrod. They might be hiding deliberately. It may be better to let them locate us by sending out a general message of friendship. Perhaps one of our passengers could think of something that would encourage the followers to respond.
Let's see.
We've arrived at Aramut's coordinates, but if the followers are here, they're hiding. Do you suppose they'd respond to a message of friendship?
Perhaps they would pay attention to someone who quoted the lawgiver. Captain, if you patch me through your comm system, I could send out an appropriate message.
Make it so.
Aye, Captain.
And when the lawgiver left Garrod, he said of the ruling council, "They have taken my words and engraved them backwards."
There is no response, sir. Well, it was worth a try.
Okay.
Sir, we are being hailed.
Who is this that knows the lawgiver's lament?
I am Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Federation Starship Enterprise. With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
I shall need more information before I can trust you. Tell me more about yourself.
We represent the United Federation of Planets. We're on a mission of peace.
Is that why your ship is bristling with weapons?
We use our weapons purely for defense.
I see. And would the Federation be willing to defend us?
Starfleet protects all of Federation space, which includes this system. If you wish, your world could even apply for Federation membership.
I don't think the Romulans or Garidians would like that. They both have made claims on this world.
That is unfortunate, but immaterial. Your planet is in Federation space. If you ask for our assistance, we will give it.
That is a noble attitude.
Okay, let's see what he has to say about the fifth scroll.
We have several Garidian refugees aboard. They are seeking to bring the wisdom of the lawgiver's fifth scroll back to Garrod.
Garrod had its chance, and it cast the lawgiver and our ancestors aside. It is too late to mend their relations with us now.
These are reformers, hoping to use the lawgiver's words to improve Garidian society.
That is a cause the lawgiver would have approved. You've given me much to think about, Captain. Allow me a few moments to consider it.
I understand. We will remain in orbit and await your response.
Okay. So how long do we wait? Let's see if anyone...
Sir, we are being hailed. On screen.
I have decided to trust you. I am Larac, Chancellor of the planet, Phrygius. How did you know we were here?
A Ferengi trader claimed he picked up some Garidian animals here.
Aramut. We started dealing with him to purchase some outside technology, and we gave him some animals in return. Fortunately, we never told him much about ourselves.
How do you manage to conceal your entire planet?
The technology is similar to the Romulan cloaking device. It fools sensors into misreading what they see. We had to protect ourselves in case Garrett's forces came after us.
May I send some of my crew down to learn more about you?
Since our deception is discovered, I suppose there is no harm in letting a small number of off-worlders visit. But there must be no Garidians in the party. They have not yet earned our trust.
I agree to your terms, Chancellor. I shall send my first officer, Commander Riker, as my personal representative.
Good, Captain. It is always gratifying to deal with a man of reason. I will transmit the landing coordinates to your computer.
Thank you. Number one, this is an extremely important first contact situation. I want you to lead the away team. See if you can locate the fifth scroll for our Garidian passengers.
Yes, sir.
Right, okay. Off to the transporter room then, I think.
Beam down coordinates selected.
May the Lawgiver's spirit smile on you. I am Chancellor Larak. Welcome to Phrygius.
Thank you for letting us beam down. I'm Commander William Riker of the Starship Enterprise.
Except for Aramut, we have not had Outworld visitors since the Lawgiver brought us here. I have thousands of questions to ask, but I will do it at another time. How can I help you, Commander Riker?
Okay, let's start with something a little bit less direct.
What are these pyramids?
The pyramids are relics of an ancient race called the Chodak. They were here long before we arrived from Garrod. Each sect adapted a pyramid to serve as a transporter to their temple.
We've heard of the Chodak, but it's rare to find evidence of their presence in this section of the galaxy.
Oh yes, the Chodak Empire was vast indeed. Like the Lawgiver before me, I have made extensive studies of their culture. I am actually considered something of an expert in the translation of Chodak runes.
That's interesting. Okay, right, let's find out about the fifth scroll.
We're looking for information about the fifth scroll your lawgiver brought here with him.
Why are you aliens interested in our scroll?
It may be the only way to prevent a civil war back on Garrod. Can you help us?
I am afraid not. I am only in charge of the civil government. That is a religious matter, so you must ask the leaders of the sects for help.
Okay.
It's only been 1,000 years since the lawgiver left Garrod. Has your religion had such serious splits in so short a time?
Sadly, yes. Even before the lawgiver's death, his disciples began to disagree over the way his writings should be interpreted. They each made a copy of the fifth scroll that emphasized their own particular biases over all the others.
That must have been confusing.
It was worse than that. The lawgiver became disgusted with them and hid his original manuscript, vowing that no one would find it until the sects learned to cooperate.
From the way you're talking, I guess they never have.
An accurate appraisal. The lawgiver said he left the keys to the scroll's location with each of the sects. But so far, after centuries of feuding, all the sects have done is formalize their competition into the Declaratory.
The Declaratory?
Yes, a series of philosophical contests the sects hold every decade. The winner has the right to collect some prize from the loser.
Well, you've been very helpful. Thank you.
I must return to my other duties now, but I will monitor your progress as my schedule permits. May the spirit of the lawgiver guide your steps.
Very interesting. Right, so there's a pyramid, there's a doorway. Well, let's try this doorway then. Oh, okay.
May the wisdom of the lawgiver ring sweetly in your ears. I am Songmaster Stamblier,
jellyfish.
leader of the Chanters. Chancellor Larak told me to expect you. How may I help you?
Stambler.
I'm Commander Riker of the Federation Starship Enterprise.
Right. Let's work through this. Let's use this chat-up line. See how he reacts.
Lovely temple you have here.
Thank you. We constructed this chamber to optimize its acoustic effects.
What is this place?
This is the practice hall of the Choir of Holy Intonations. Here we grow the pluvoids and perfect their chants.
Pluvoids.
These pluvoids seem to be some form of plant life. Do they actually understand what they're singing?
Not really, but they have beautiful tonal quality. That is important for holy chants.
Ah, the big jellies. Okay.
Can you help us find the original fifth scroll?
What is wrong with the copy our sect has?
We need the original for historical research purposes.
Oh, I see. I do not think I can help you. Our sect has lost so many items in the declaratory that I doubt we would be very good treasure hunters. But some of our chants go back for centuries, even to the days of the lawgiver. Would you like to hear one?
Yes, let's hear the pluvoids.
That's a very generous offer. I would love to hear your pluvoids sing.
We are happy to oblige. This chant is called The Futility of Wisdom.
Thank you for letting us hear that. It was very enlightening.
Since you enjoyed it so
You're
much,
such a fake.
I shall give you an orchestrion that will let you listen to it whenever you wish. And feel free to visit us anytime. May the songs of the lawgiver bring you fulfillment.
But I must hear more of the jellies. For scientific reasons. I'm sure there was more options there. Let's see what Councillor Troy can get out of him.
I'm Councillor Deanna Troy of the
hello.
Federation Starship
Hello,
Enterprise.
Councillor.
Chancellor Larac told me I would be speaking to Commander Riker. It would be a violation of protocol to discuss matters with anyone else.
Okay. Yeah, so let's see what Data has to...
The synthesizer appears to be inoperative. These plants are similar in structure to the balloon fungus of Parnassus 7.
Parnassus 7, yeah. I was thinking that, Mr. Data. But I think we're finished here. Okay. Walk to glowing ovoid.
This ovoidal object appears to be generating great amounts of energy.
I've got to say, these landscapes look really nice. I mean, even not taking into consideration how old they are, I suppose, but yeah, really evocative. Or maybe I'm just being nostalgic. I don't know. Okay. So let's see. Is there a pyramid? Yeah, there's a pyramid there. Let's see. There you go.
May the lawgiver's spirit grant you wisdom. I am Arch-Rashan Natural, Chief Assistant to His Exalted Prominence Elant of the Seekers. Chancellor Larak told me to expect you. How may I be of service?
Well, let's get Riker to speak to him, shall we?
I'm Commander Riker of the Federation Starship Enterprise.
Right, well, let's ask about the fifth scroll.
Can you help us
shall we?
find the original fifth scroll?
I can let you see the true copy made by Baranam, our sect's founder.
We're doing this for historical research. I'm sure you understand that no matter how good your copy is, we need to check the original for authenticity.
I am afraid I cannot help you. The original was hidden by the lawgiver many centuries ago, and I do not know where it is.
Alright, let's ask him. Let's try the chatter blind on him. Let's see how the old Riker charm works.
Lovely temple you have here.
Thank you.
Oh,
It pleases us.
he might be in there.
Why is your group called the Seekers?
Our founder, Baranam, believed that the path to enlightenment lies in searching for the truth. We are humble in our ignorance. Only the truth will free our souls.
What is this place?
It has many names. It is usually called the Hall of Triumph, but recently some have called it the Path of No Return.
Why is this normally called the Hall of Triumph?
Our sect has been understandably successful in the declaratory contest. This is where we keep the prizes we have won, safe in our vault.
Oh, okay.
When did this start being called the Path of No Return?
More than a month ago, our leader Elant vanished through the door of enlightenment.
Oh.
He has not returned.
What is this door of enlightenment you mentioned?
At the end of this path is a door no one has ever opened. No one before Elant, that is.
Why hasn't anyone opened this door before?
There is a gatekeeper who jealously guards the doorway. He asks a series of questions when anyone tries to pass it. And if the person does not answer all the questions appropriately, the gatekeeper will not let him pass.
Oh, very interesting. Yeah, that's a possibility, isn't it?
Isn't it possible that the original fifth scroll might be hidden on the other side of the door of enlightenment?
I suppose so. But why should we risk our safety when we have the true copy of the scroll anyway?
What is the gatekeeper like?
It is a very advanced device with strange, almost telepathic powers.
Interesting.
Some say it is holdover Chodak technology, and others say the lawgiver had something to do with it.
Thank you for your time.
Well, okay. Is it loading? Right. Okay.
This is probably the safe.
It's probably the safe, or is it? Is it possibly the vault, Riker? You know, as a distant possibility. Is that the gatekeeper? Oh dear.
Come no closer. I am the gatekeeper of the door of enlightenment. You must answer my questions appropriately to determine whether you are wise enough to proceed. Those who answer inappropriately will be punished if they attempt to pass.
Ask me your questions.
Why are you here?
think I need to answer as if I'm not sure.
I'm not sure of that myself.
Questioning yourself is an important step on the road to knowledge. Which of the sects has correctly interpreted the fifth scroll?
I don't have enough facts to answer that properly.
Too many facts can close a mind to knowledge. What is the central principle of the fifth scroll?
Everybody seems to have a different interpretation. I'm not sure what to believe.
Knowing what not to believe often eliminates confusion. Who are you?
I think we've got to choose the very, very vague one.
Everyone plays so many roles in life. It is impossible to label them.
You understand the fundamental paradox of existence. To know that you know nothing is the beginning of enlightenment. Your answers prove that you are ready to admit this. You may pass through the door.
Oh, very good. Well, that was easier than I thought it would be. Scary statue guy. Oh, wibbly wobbly. Okay, so what do we have? Panel and so let's see what.
I don't think it's a good idea to play with controls we don't understand.
Okay.
You could end up doing more harm than good.
Okay. Scan it.
The controls still work.
They still work. Oh, very good. Very good, Riker. Thank you.
The tricorder can't read it. It must be a very obscure language.
Is it perhaps Chodak?
It's some kind of sign, but I don't know what language it's in.
Chodak.
I'm willing to bet that panel will let us turn off the stasis field.
Okay. Yes, very good. Right, let's get Mr. Data to have a look at this stasis.
There is someone being held motionless within the glowing field.
No. Right, let's get
It is
Data
reasonable
on the
to
case.
assume that these controls will operate the stasis field.
Okay, that's very good.
Interesting. This is written in a language with which I am unfamiliar. Given the premise that the Chodak once inhabited this world, it is possible that this could be a sample of Chodak writing.
Very good, Mr. Data. I would imagine so.
These controls are very complex. I could not guarantee to use them successfully without a great deal more study.
Okay, well, let's see what is
The leaders of the various sects may have information that could give us clues to the Fifth Scroll's location. I suggest we learn as much from them as possible.
Okay, so I don't think we're going to be able to do anything just yet.
This stasis field stops the effects of time on any object within it. A living being is trapped inside it.
Okay. Your standard stasis field then. Okay, I think we need to leave then. Which is a shame. Right, okay. We need to get Riker to speak to him, don't we? Let's see what he says.
May the spirit of the lawgiver strengthen you. Have you had much success in your search?
We found Alant, but he was trapped inside some sort of stasis field. Have you ever encountered anything like that?
Thank the lawgiver you found him. I was worried about my old friend. No, I have not heard of such a field, but it is probably Chodak in origin. We still find many Chodak devices here, and they are often operational, even after all these years.
Can you help us free Aelant?
Without knowing how to operate the device, I have no way to assist you.
There was a control panel with a sign near it. We couldn't translate the writing.
The lawgiver made a great study of the ruins and developed a Chodak Garidian translator. I will upload it into your tricorder. Perhaps it will help you save Aelant.
Thank you very much. This may be an enormous help.
Aelant is my friend. I do hope you can free him. But if you will please excuse me now, I have a planet to govern.
Ooh, wibbly wobbly. Right, let's see if we can find this in the tricorder, or maybe we just right, what's this? Fifth scroll. Yeah, no. Oh, okay. Oh. This is like all the dialogue that... Okay. Yeah, so as soon as we can now... Oh god. What the hell's that?
That was something I wasn't expecting.
It's exactly, yeah. Let's get Mr. Data on the case.
The seedlings have already spread their roots into the ground in search of water. We did not bring along the proper equipment for gathering specimens. Perhaps we can do so on a future mission, after we have found the fifth scroll.
Correct, Mr. Data. Correct. Right, let's go back and see if we can use that. The panel on that stasis field. Okay.
These instructions explain how to operate the control panel. It will not be hard to deactivate the stasis field now.
Not for you, Mr. Data, of course not.
By the lawgiver's wisdom, what is happening here?
And let us speak to him. Because he has a big red apple above his head.
I am Lieutenant Commander Data of the Starship Enterprise, representing the United Federation of Planets. We are visiting Phrygia by permission of Chancellor Larac. I presume you are Aelant, exalted prominence of the Seekers.
I am indeed. This is all most peculiar, but according to my studies, the lawgiver expected us to have off-world visitors this year, so I should not be so surprised.
Yeah, let's see if we need to get him medically sorted.
Do you require any medical assistance?
Thank you for your concern. I am feeling a little dizzy, but I think it will pass.
How could the lawgiver foretell our coming in this particular year?
He was a prophet. Prophets are supposed to foretell things.
Okay.
Can you help us find the original fifth scroll?
I wish I could. I came here looking for it. Why are you strangers so interested in it?
We have been told that a civil war may occur on Garrod, unless someone can produce the original fifth scroll.
That sounds like a noble goal. Even though we have been exiles here for many generations, we still care about our home world. May the lawgiver's wisdom help bring peace to Garrod.
Okay.
What is this place?
I scarcely know myself. I only came through that door a few minutes ago, and I've not had much chance to look around. I suspect this is a room built by the Chodak, the original inhabitants of this world. Their ruins are all around us.
While it may seem as though you were here only a few minutes, the interval was, in fact, much longer. You were trapped in a stasis field, and the relative passage of time actually stopped for you.
I see. It was a rather disorienting experience.
Do you remember what happened?
When I entered the room, I saw a pair of talismans sitting on that rock. I climbed down to get them, but as soon as I touched them, alarms sounded and I just lost consciousness. Then you were here when I awoke.
You have been in stasis over a month, from what your assistant Natchel told us.
Natchel? That devious Dormifex is probably plotting some way to take over my position. I must return to the temple as quickly as possible. How can I thank you for rescuing me from that stasis field?
Thank you for your generosity, but no reward is necessary.
The customs of my sect compel me to show my gratitude. Here are the talismans I picked up, as well as the key to our vault, which holds the trophies we have won in the declaratory over the years.
Nice.
You may take up to 3 items to help you in your mission.
Thank you. We will try to use your gifts wisely.
Please excuse me. The effects of the stasis field have worn me out. I will rest here a while and then return to my temple. I'm sure I must have been missed.
Very good. So what's that?
Aelant says this is the key to the Seeker's vault.
There's a talisman. Okay. I think we're done here. I think we can use that on there. Ooh. Right, okay. So I believe we need the golden ring. The staff. And the device. Oh, wait a minute. I think that was the wrong staff. We need the staff with the ball of light, apparently. Okay. Very good. Okay, so I think we're done here. Go back. Oh.
Why is there one hole that doesn't have a gold ring around it?
Oh, we lost that ring to those discordant seekers in the declaratory many years ago.
Well, I might have a golden ring that might fit. We shall see.
Why do you call yourselves the Chanters?
Our founder, Ifnik, believed the path to true enlightenment lies in singing. We grow these pluvoids and train them to sing holy songs. By focusing so deeply on the eternal mysteries, we gain a clearer insight into the nature of religion and salvation.
I think I've just asked in this, but...
Your instrument seems to be broken. What's wrong with it?
Oh, we lost its sonic redigitizer to those discordant seekers in the declaratory many years ago.
Thank you for your time.
Well, I think we can probably just...
You returned the missing ring.
Yeah.
In your honor, we shall sing our loveliest chant.
Oh,
Watch your step.
fantastic.
Thank you for letting us hear that. It was very enlightening.
Yes.
Since you enjoyed it
Yes,
so
Riker.
much, here is an orchestrion of it that you
So
can play
sincere.
whenever you want.
Okay. Now. Oh, that's lovely. That isn't that lovely? Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Okay, I think we need to fix this somehow.
I think this will fix it.
You repaired our instrument.
It's got to be
In your
thing on
honor,
the top.
I shall play the lawgiver's song, Traveling Music.
Isn't that lovely?
Thanks for letting us hear that. It was very enlightening.
Since you enjoyed it so much, here is an orchestrion of it that you can play whenever you want.
Oh, isn't this very exciting? But anyway, we're done. I think we need to go here. Travel through the magic pyramid. Okay.
I am Madia,
Oh,
the Gynarch of the Questers for Inner Strength. Chancellor Larocque warned me about you.
I'm Lieutenant Commander Geordie LaForge of the Federation Starship Enterprise.
Chancellor Larocque said that Commander Riker was your spokesman. I am under no obligation to speak to anyone else.
Oh well. Let's see. Media.
What do you want now?
I'm Commander William Riker.
What is this place?
What is this place?
This is the Grand Penatorium, where my subjects meet to become more disciplined and more firm-willed.
Your regimen sounds quite difficult.
It is. Only the most dedicated can accomplish the regime. What about you? You would be a good candidate for discipline, if only I still had my scepter of light.
Right, okay. So, why don't you still have your scepter of light? Because I might have something that fits the bill.
Why don't you still have your scepter of light?
Those horrendous seekers took it from me during the last declaratory. I would give anything for it. We are planning revenge next time.
Okay. Oh, let's try the pickup line. Let's see if it works this time.
Lovely temple you have here.
Thank you. It stimulates our contemplations.
Why do you have a force field inside your temple?
There is a Chodak transporter pad behind it that the lawgiver frequently used during the last years of his life. We want to preserve it from prying eyes.
Maybe the original fifth scroll is back there. May we investigate it?
I have no desire to share my temple's treasures with aliens.
Okay.
Why do you call yourselves the Questers for Inner Strength?
Our founder, Plagu, believed that the outer body must suffer to make the inner soul stronger. Only by learning to deny the sensations of our outer bodies can we make our spirits free.
Can you help us find the original fifth scroll?
My people have always looked inside themselves for their strength. We have never cared for external things to aid our spiritual quest.
Thank you for your time.
You certainly wasted enough of it.
Yes. Okay. So, oh yeah, we have that thing, don't we? Maybe we can, curry favor.
My scepter of light!
There you go. Yeah.
Thank you. I have been missing this for ages. What favor can I do for you in return?
Yeah, let's see what's behind the force
What's behind
field.
this force field?
An ancient Chodak transporter pad.
Will you lower the force field?
Yes. I will do that for you. But I do not think it will be much help, since we have never figured out how the Lawgiver's transporter works.
Well, I've got a funny feeling that that works on it. No, if we get people out of the way. Yeah, oh. I wasn't. Yeah, okay. Oh dear. It is a puzzle thing. Well, I may have a reference guide here, possibly, and it's totally not cheating. Of course, it's an aid, isn't it? So, yeah. So what do we need to do? I've got a little map. References there. Right. Okay. So, the advice in the walkthrough is to save. So we shall do that, just in case. So, there we go. We should call it platforms. Okay. So if we get Riker to do this, we do. This is okay, and then there's what? And, oh no, this is too complicated. So we go there, and this is with a walkthrough as well. So you know, there you go. Okay. So we've picked up the orchestrion with 3, and then if we use that, oh dear. Yeah, there you go. He's. Oh dear. Right. Okay. Let's load. let's load, shall we? So we'll get Riker. We'll do 4 prongs. We'll do 4 prongs and then get him to get that one. Very good. And then if he comes back there. Okay, so go to platform there. Okay, so we're on platform 1. Let's just go to platform 2, but okay. Go to platform, but I was on platform 3 and it disappeared, didn't it? So if we pick up that one. Okay, so there's that one is consistent. So if I do that, oh no, I don't like this at all. Okay, good. And you can pick that one up. Okay. Right, so it says go to platform 4, which is apparently that one. And then use the single one. Okay. I'm gonna save. Right, so where are we? We're on number 4. Let's just go to 14, which is that one. The very end. Okay. And then oh god, use 4 prongs. Oh, he's gonna die, isn't he? That's lovely, but you know, no, come on, let's like get on with the game. Yes, that's fantastic. Okay.
When you change tile patterns on the disappearing floor, there are some tiles that overlap. If you're careful to stand on one of these overlapping squares, you won't fall into the abyss when the pattern changes.
Yeah, we've got that, Geordie. Thank you. Oh god, it was the wrong one. Of course it was the wrong one. Right. Okay, good. So, we get the one with 2 prongs. And we're on number 13 now. And then we want to go back there. Okay. I do not like this. Right, we're on 14. We want to go to 11. We want 2 covered prongs. Oh god. No. This... Okay, good. It's not dead. Or, you know, whatever. No, Geordie, no, don't do it. Okay. Right, so where are we? We're on 14. Use 4 prongs. Get 2 prongs. Go back to 14. Ugh. Use 1 prong. Okay, and I'm gonna save. Okay, right, so we're on 14, that says to go to 11, so it's 1 across. Oh, okay, yeah, I think I went too far. Okay, so there, I'll move there. So that's 11. So do 2 prongs. Okay. So I now have one prong. So I need to go back to 11. And then I do 1 prong. Good. go back to 14. And I use 4 prongs. I'll go to 13. I use 1 prong. Okay. And then 17. Well, that's the only option, isn't it?
When you change tile patterns on the disappearing floor, there are some tiles that overlap. If you're careful to stand on one of these overlapping squares, you won't fall into the abyss when the pattern changes.
Well, thank you. Thank you, number 1. That's wonderful.
It didn't work.
Oh god, what was there? Oh, do I need to use a talisman or something? Yeah, there you go. Okay. Is that... Oh, it's a manuscript. Maybe it's the 5th scroll.
That flashing light could mean trouble. We'd better get the scroll back to the ship so Debak can authenticate it. Beam us up.
Captain's log supplemental. We have successfully retrieved the Garidian's 5th scroll, and Tabak has verified the manuscript's authenticity. Lucana assures me the mere existence of this scroll may radically alter the structure of Garidian society.
I am glad you found the original scroll, Captain. I hope it will do some good on Garrod. Keeping it here would only upset the delicate balance between the sects.
Thank you for your generosity. Would you be willing to let the Federation send an archaeological research team to Phrygia? Your world has the finest collection of Chodak ruins in known space.
Would we be permitted to share in any Chodak secrets they uncover?
Of course, the Federation believes in freely distributing scientific knowledge. In fact, we would be honored if your scientists would join our efforts.
Then we agree, Captain. Send us your archaeologists.
A Garidian warbird is uncloaking.
Oh no!
We are being hailed.
It was all going
On
so
screen.
well.
Captain Pentara, I thought...
I escaped in a life pod. Most of my crew perished. I've sworn to avenge them with your death.
You have no business here, Captain Pentara. We are in Federation space and this world has asked for our protection. I intend to give it to them.
This is no longer a matter of a little scout ship, Captain. A subspace message was sent from your ship to the Garidian rebels. A full-scale revolution has erupted on Garrod.
We sent no messages.
I suspect it was that revolutionary Lucana. She delights in stirring up trouble. Surrender her, end her companions at once, or face the consequences.
They are loading their torpedo tubes.
Shields up.
Captain Pentara, anyone who has been sending unauthorized subspace messages from my ship will be dealt with severely. I do not tolerate that sort of behavior.
You may have a few minutes to investigate, but I'm still not leaving without those people.
Mr. Worf, get me Lucana on the comm.
What do you want, Captain?
Are you responsible for a subspace message being sent to Garrod?
Yes, I brought a subspace microtransceiver with me. Now that we have the 5th scroll, our revolution is fully justified. Garidian society must change.
You are playing games with thousands of lives and risking an interstellar incident.
Freedom for my people is worth any price, Captain.
Lucana, this has gone far enough. If I get my mother to intercede with the ruling council, will you come back to Garrod and stop the revolution?
Your mother is as reactionary as the council.
She is a woman of honor. She would keep her word even to you, someone she hates.
If she can get the council to listen, it might be worth the gamble.
Captain, can you patch me through to my mother's ship?
Make it so, Mr. Worf.
Mother, there is no need to fight. We have the 5th scroll.
The 5th scroll is a myth.
No, I've seen it and Tabak has verified it. This will change our world forever.
Do you realize what this means? The ruling council has not been truthful with us for generations. The people will demand revenge.
If you give us safe passage back to Garrod and convince the council to hear Lucana's message, she will return with the 5th scroll and stop the rebellion.
Very well. Captain Picard, I will power down my disruptors so you can lower your shields and let me beam Tibak, Avakar, and Lucana to my ship. Perhaps our paths will cross again.
Under better circumstances, I hope.
Sir, the warbird is disarming its weapons.
Lower shields. Captain, the Garidians have beamed aboard the Asiram. They are underway. On course back to Garrod. What are your orders, Captain?
Oh, right. Well, there's nothing left to do, really, is there? Yeah, let's...
Set course for the Ruinor sector and resume our patrol along the neutral zone.
Yes, sir.
Engage.
Patrol the neutral zone. See how that's doing. And that damn neutrality. Okay, let's try and get there a little bit faster, shall we? That does not look good. That.
Captain, we are receiving an emergency transmission from Starfleet headquarters. On screen.
Attention all Federation vessels. This is a Priority 1 alert. A Romulan fleet has crossed the neutral zone into Federation space.
No.
All civilian ships are advised to avoid sectors along the border. A state of war now exists between the Federation and the Romulan Empire.
Entering Federation space.
Right, well, let's see if we get any orders or something.
There is no response, sir.
Maybe the comm relays are malfunctioning.
See if you can raise any of the local Federation outposts.
Aye, sir. I will try manually routing the transmission.
Well, I think before we hear back from Starfleet, might be good as time as any to end this part here. Been going for about 58 minutes. Yeah, so we'll save now, and I'll see you for part 5.